What's going on, guys? Welcome to my very first AMA video. Now, a while back, I noticed that a lot of people were asking me different questions, whether they're related to RuneScape, and some of them were not related to RuneScape. So I thought it would be a good idea to actually go ahead and do an AMA video. So I want to thank all of you guys for submitting all your questions to me, whether it was on Discord, Instagram, or YouTube. I ended up with about 70 different questions from all of you guys that you guys were asking me all kinds of different stuff. And a lot of YouTubers, when they do these kinds of videos, they pick like their favorite ones, but I didn't want to do that. I actually took every single question that you guys gave me and printed them all out, put them in little pieces of paper, and I'm just going to randomly go ahead and pick questions from here to answer from you guys, because I thought it would be a lot more fair rather than just picking my favorite ones, and I think it'll be a little bit more fun. So I have a ton of questions in here, and I'm going to try to get through as many as I can in a reasonable amount of time for this video. So let's go ahead and get started. So first one is going to be, which Slayer helm color would you love to have incorporated into the game next? What do we have now? The King Black Dragon, Abyssal Demon, the Scotizo one, Calfight Queen, the regular one. Actually, I think a good answer to this question for me, even though there already is a green one for the Calfight Queen, I think a darker green one would be kind of cool. Because currently the Kurosks drop the Kurosk head, and the only thing you can do with that is put it in your player-owned house. So I think it would be really cool if Jagex could incorporate a Kurosk Slayer helm into the game, and maybe actually give the Slayer helm some horns. I think that'd be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and grab another one. This one, what is your fondest memory of RuneScape? This is actually a hard one, because I've been playing this game for so long. I started playing in 2003, I think it was, late 2003, early 2004. I think my fondest memory of RuneScape was I was level somewhere probably in like the 80s or 90s when I started playing RuneScape, and I was at the Fire Giants. I had a Fire Giant Slayer task in the Waterfall for the Waterfall quest, and I got my very first shield left half drop from the Fire Giants. And at that time in the game, they were worth like 7 to 8 mil. So at that point, I was just a poor noob that still had no idea what I was doing in the game. Got that drop, boosted my bank like 7, 8 mil, and I just went and bought all kinds of crazy stuff that I probably didn't need at that time. All right, so let's see. Next question. Have you ever had a one-night stand or considered having one? I don't think I've ever actually had a one-night stand. Have I considered it? Well, yeah, definitely. You know, if somebody's interested in you and they want to put it out there, go for it. Next one. Well, this is kind of a hard one because there's so many weapons already in the game. If you could design any sort of melee weapon, what would it be and why? I've always thought that a Scythe would be kind of cool in the game, and I think with Raids 2 coming out, I think there is some sort of a Scythe that's been designed that's going to be a drop in Raids 2, but I think a Dragon Scythe would actually be really, really cool to have in the game. It would be like a two-hand weapon, kind of hold it like this, and like a sweeping motion special attack. But I can't remember if the Raids 2 drop actually is a Scythe, so if it is, well, that nullifies that question. There is one coming. Alright, so let's go ahead, grab another one. Is it better to get started with skilling for money and buying all the gear, or go straight into Slayer PvE? From my experiences, what I think is the best approach is, when you start an account, I think you should get some of those skills that are absolutely necessary up, especially because when you want to start an account, you want to try to get all of the quests out of the way that are going to give you attack and strength and defense and stuff like that, you know, XP like that, because if you can get those quests out of the way and do those, it automatically boosts your account up to like level 30 attack and strength, or somewhere in that area. So then by that time, you don't have to go through like using all the different weapons, like from bronze all the way up to, you know, mithril or whatever. You can just jump straight in to stronger weapons, which will make your training a lot faster. So I think you should definitely start with like getting skills up that you need for quest requirements, do the quests that give you combat XP, and then go from there. But as far as Slayer and PvE, I think Slayer will really help an account when you start it early. As most of you know, you're probably watching my Slayer Pure series, and I'm already making a pretty good amount of money to buy pretty much everything that I need with that account. And I did it exactly what I just told you guys. Get some skills, do some quests, and then build from there. Alright, next one. How much time do you have to dedicate to video production and content editing? I wish I could say I have a lot of time to do it, but I don't. I do work 40 hours a week as an IT desktop support technician. So from about 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. I'm not even at home. Most of my video production happens on the weekends. I usually only do one video a week. Sometimes I do get a chance to get 2 in, but if I had to put it into hours, I'd say actually making and putting the videos together, I'd say maybe like 4 to 5 hours a week, but it has gotten a lot easier since I started this because I've kind of got like a system down, so I really just kind of fly right through it, you know, now. And RuneScape videos, they're not that hard to make, you know, record some stuff here and there, put some content in there, do some audio capture, and you have yourself a video. Alright, next one. If I was to pick a non-combat skill and level it to make a profit, what would it be? Runecrafting. Has to be runecrafting. Although it's really incredibly boring, runecrafting is absolutely great money. Once you hit level 44, you have nature runes. Once you hit level 77, blood runes, and those are pretty AFK. Level 91, double nature runes. So if you go all the way to 99, runecrafting easily add 200 mil plus to your bank. Let's see, next one. What would be a pet you would love to have incorporated into the game? I've talked about this actually so much. Barrows. I think a Barrows pet would be absolutely awesome. It would be kind of like, I guess, like the tech or like the omelet changes that they're trying to work into the game where you can change it into any boss. I think a Barrows pet would be cool, like 1 in 3,000 chests. If you get the pet, you can change it into whichever Barrows brother that you want. Let's see, next one. What is the meaning of life and why haven't you done any clues? Meaning of life, procreation. And why haven't I done any clues? I've done plenty of clues, but I don't have any luck getting any third age, so kind of got tired of it. If you were to choose a boss with new mechanics, what would those new mechanics be? Honestly, I'm not really sure I could answer this question for you guys because I've complained about this before, and I know RuneScape is an old game, and the game engine that's running is from 2007, but the attack move mechanics in RuneScape are really not good. And there's definitely a click delay when you click, so when you're doing a boss and you see something coming at you and you have to move out of the way of it, there's a little delay. I don't have an answer for this question because I feel like it would have to involve good attack move mechanics, and I just couldn't do. I don't think I could say anything for that. All right, next one. Do you think Jagex could improve the partner system for Slayer? If so, why? I really don't do partner Slayer. I never really have. I think I've only done like 5 or 6 tasks with a partner. So I don't really know how much, you know, is actually entailed in the partner system. I've always been kind of like a loner when it comes to Slayer. I just get my tasks, go and do them. If anything, I think they could improve it as to where you could set yourself a partner and that partner would stay, because currently every time you finish a task you have to go and reset your partner. So I think you should be able to just pick a partner or add a person, like one of your friends as a favorite, and then every time you get a Slayer task it could offer the same task to them. Next one. What got you into streaming and YouTube? Well, I like to watch other YouTubers' videos, and I thought to myself one day, I was like, well, I can do that because I did study graphic design in high school and college, and I was already familiar with all the Adobe programs, Illustrator, Photoshop, Premiere, After Effects, and all that. So I was kind of just sitting around one day, and I was like watching a YouTube video, and I was like, you know what, I could do that. So, you know, why don't I give it a try? And now here I am, 13,000 subscribers later. Next one. Okay. If you were a sandwich, what kind would you be and why? I think it'd have to be a steak and cheese sandwich because they're so melty and delicious, and of course I just melt all of your hearts. And I love steak. Like, steak is just the best kind of meat out there, and obviously I want to be the best kind of YouTuber out there, so I would be the best meat, steak, and I will melt your heart with all my cheesy goodness. If you were asked to develop a new in-game skill, what would it be? Oh, that's a tough one. I've thought about this before, and I would have to... I was thinking something sort of along the lines of, like, summoning. Honestly, I'm one of those guys that would actually love to see summoning incorporated back into the game if it didn't affect combat levels. If there were no summoned creatures that affected combat or did anything with combat, I think summoning would be great to bring back into the game. But if I had to pick one, I would say a cool skill would be like necromancy. Kind of along the lines of the Arceus spellbook, where you can reanimate the ensouled heads to get prayer experience, but I think you could also use like ensouled heads to like reanimate a certain NPC to do things for you. Like maybe, let's say, if you're killing abyssal demons and you reanimate an abyssal demon, it increases your chances of a whip drop by like 10%. Or maybe if you reanimate some other creature that's not currently in the game, maybe it could be like a farming creature, which would help you get more herb yield from your herbs. So I think something like necromancy would actually be really cool. Let's see. Did you finish college? If so, what was your degree in? Yes, I did finish college. I went to the University of Maryland University College, and my degree was in Information Systems Management. What is your dream job? This is going to be really cheesy, actually. My dream job was to be a Major League Baseball player. I played baseball all the time from I was 4 years old until I was like 21 or so. I played in college at a Division I school, and eventually I ended up hurting my shoulder, so I kind of had to hang up baseball. But yeah, my dream job was to be a Major League Baseball player. Which Slayer tasks are you most likely to block, and why? The bad ones. Obviously the bad ones. For me, I would block the ones that didn't make any money. Definitely I blocked Fire Giants. Did not enjoy killing those. Those were just really annoying. They don't drop anything. But a bunch of Fire Runes and a Rune Scimitar here and there. Some other tasks that I blocked. Water Fiends. Obviously those could be blocked because they don't drop nothing. And they're just a pain to kill. There's actually a lot. And if you check out my Slayer series episode 5, there is a list in there of things to block and why you should block them. Alright. Do you just stream and do YouTube for income, or do you have a full-time job as well? As I stated earlier, I am a desktop support technician for an organization in Washington, D.C., and obviously I work full-time. Streaming is just something I do on the side because I enjoy it. I do not do it for the money or the income. It's just a hobby for me. I like sitting down, making videos, animating stuff, and ever since then, what you see behind me is not actually there. I have a green screen now that I acquired, and I mean, really, it's just something fun for me to do. You are on an abandoned island with a mermaid. Do you want the top half or the bottom half to be the fish? Let's be real. I mean, come on. You're on an abandoned island. You gotta have the top half be the fish because love is only a light switch away. And in this case, you just gotta wait for the sun to go down. What is your honest opinion of RS3 and why? Trash. What motivates you to keep making videos and streaming? I think what motivates me to keep making videos and stuff is honestly it's you guys. There's 70, 80, 90 people in my clan chat every single day. They come in and out, they talk, they like to talk to me, I like to talk to you guys. There's like 700 or 800 people that roam around my Discord. People are always looking to go bossing with me, they're looking to hang out, do things in game with me, and that's really cool. People always come in and I get a lot of compliments. Your videos are great, I love your videos, they help me so much. So you guys watching them and letting me know that I'm doing well is really what keeps me motivated. What do you like to do in your free time other than RuneScape? So if any of you guys saw my mean comments video, you know that I have a 2003 Ford Mustang GT. One of my biggest hobbies is working on that car. Actually, the day before I'm recording this video, I spent 7 hours detailing it for a car show that I'm going to very soon. So definitely working on my car, cleaning it up, detailing it. I also have a motorcycle. I have a Suzuki GSX-R 600. I love to ride. It's very relaxing for me to just go out for a nice long ride on some windy roads. I play guitar. I used to play in a band. Some of our music is on Spotify. I also sing. I was the lead vocalist. And bowling. I like bowling. Been bowling just almost as long as I had played baseball. Yes, I have bowled a 300, 8 of them actually. And I averaged 221. Bowling was my second favorite sport next to baseball. All right, so I've been at this for like almost 20 minutes, so let's go through one more. And I do have a lot more questions, but I only have so much time. So let's do the last one. How would you rebuild if you lost everything? Good last question. So I am max combat. My total level is over 2100. So I have a lot of opportunities to rebuild. Let's say I lost everything. My friend lets me borrow a dragon scimitar. I think first thing I would probably do with that dragon scimitar is probably go to gargoyles. Probably go to gargoyles and just hang out there for a little bit, because in just about an hour you can make 500k GP. So that would buy me some gear, and then after that I'd probably get some gear, range gear, rune crossbow with some diamond bolts, head over to Brutal Black Dragons, make some money there, and then from there you can get different items and probably start bossing from there. So I think that would be how I would rebuild. But that is all the time I have for all the questions that you guys have given me. I would love to do another one of these videos, so I will ask you guys for more questions sometime down the road. Once I get a bunch of questions accumulated, I will absolutely record another one of these videos for you guys. So if you have questions, let's go ahead, just put them down in the comments below. I will write them down and I will save them for the next video. I cannot promise you it'll be soon, but once I get a decent amount of questions, I will do this again. If you have not done so yet, please tap that subscribe button for me on your way out of here, because all of your subscribes mean a ton to me. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave those down below as well. But until next time, I will see you guys on the next episode of whatever series is coming out. See you guys later.